So, to wrap up the game, Cleveland beat Baltimore 6-0 off 8 hits and no errors. Baltimore 5 hits, 1 error. Pretty uneventful game after the third innings when all 6 runs came in. And what that does to the standings is that now, as you can see, there were a fair few games there. San Francisco beat the Angels, lost to the Angels 9-5. San Diego lost to the Diamondbacks 3-2. Mets beat the Braves 14-0. The Cleveland game 6-0. Houston beat the White Sox 7-4. The Cubs beat Colorado 8-2. The Royals and the Detroit Tigers played 2 games, had a doubleheader. Royals winning 2-1, then Tigers winning 3-1. The Dodgers beat the Nationals 4-3. Marlins beat the Brewers 9-4. Toronto beat the Yankees 5-4. Red Sox beat the Athletics 3-2. Sorry, Rob. The Pirates beat the Phillies 4-2, but that is the next card playing game that I've got. My beloved Cardinals lost 4-1 to the Reds. The Twins beat Tampa 9-8, and the Mariners beat the Rangers 11-0. So the Mets, the Pirates, and the Diamondbacks all top their divisions in the National League, and in the American League, Boston, Minnesota, and Houston. Currently, the worst losing streak is the Orioles with 9, and the best winning streak is Al's Red Sox with a 7-game winning streak at the moment. It's not looking good even at this early stage for the Orioles, 12.5 games behind, but time will tell. So I'll just put these away tidily. Yes, I bought the cards on PDF because obviously it costs so much money to get these things over to the UK and it's really just the customs. So I printed them all off, and as you can see, it's pretty decent cardstock. They print well, and they're coloured. Took an awful long time to cut them out, as you can imagine, for 30 teams, and you get every single player. I have a block of players here that are the extra players, and I only take them out if they're not in the regular sets and they actually physically play, because it just takes too long to cut the corners out. This is the one I've got Rob. I know Rob's got a few, and it cuts nice little corners off. Fantastic thing, and it just makes the cards look a bit nicer. So yep, this is what I've done with them. Now, as for the fast action cards, anybody who's actually bought the cards or printed them properly, they're really set up for the American size paper. These cards, they're not that good with the UK paper, and so what I had to do is, if you'll notice that if you've got these, they look like this when you turn them over on the card sets. They're on the same side, whereas mine are not. They flip over because I had to print them the other way to get the line straight. And so what that means is that sometimes, as you've seen in the game, there'll be, if I can find one, there'll be a blank, because obviously the last page of fast action cards, don't know why they did it. Obviously they did it on for statistical reasons, because anybody who knows a little bit about maths knows that if you roll 2 dice, then the middle numbers are the ones that will come out more often than the 12s and the 2s. So the 7s and the 6s and the 8s are the more prevalent, and I think there's, wherever the number of cards it is, it works out that it gives them a proper mathematical spread. But we were only talking maybe another 4 cards, and so when I printed, I can't, anytime you want to find one and you can't find one, when I printed them off, obviously on the last page, there it is, on the last page, 4 or 5 of them ended up without one on the back. So if I'm ever turning one over and I turn it over and it's like that, I just turn the next one over. But also I quite like it being able to do that with the cards rather than have to do that with the cards. So horses for courses, I suppose. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the game. I think that this is going to be an extension video to the actual game because I pressed stop instead of pause. So if you've got any comments on the game, then please leave them. Thumbs up if you liked it, thumbs down if you didn't. For the guys that play this game, if I'm doing something wrong, then please tell me, because it's always good to know. And the only thing that can happen if you tell me is that I can get better at playing the game. So until the next game, which will be, for those who are interested, which will be the following day, which is the 21st of April. It will be Pittsburgh at Philadelphia, so Rob will be interested in that one. So until next time, hope you all have a good time, and I'll see you again.